Welcome, guys. We're going to answer all of the questions you asked on Instagram. I think we're doing all of them, right?
Yeah, I didn't skip over any of the questions, so we're sharing it all.
Sweet. You have a big announcement?
Yeah, we have a very exciting announcement that we've been wanting to share for a while. So make sure that you stick around to the end of the video to figure out what that is.
Okay. Yep, let's get into it. The first question, how many weeks are you and when's the due date?
I am 16 weeks and the due date is February 15th, 2025. Our little Valentine's baby.
I didn't even think about that, yeah.
Are you finding out the gender?
No, we're not finding out the gender. We kind of wanted to at first, and most of our friends have, but after talking to our parents and a few other individuals, they've just kind of said that it's just one of those mysteries in life that they wish they would have waited for, or
that they're glad they waited for.
Yeah.
If they did.
So I think we're gonna go that route.
Yeah.
But we get to find out if we want this next appointment.
Yeah.
Which we're not going to.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to tell them that we don't want to know, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. And it's so fun to guess. Nobody asked what we thought it was, though. We should share that. What do you?
No, should have asked it.
Okay, Austin really thinks it's a girl. You're like dead set that it's a girl. Yeah. And I'm the opposite. I really think it's a boy.
Yeah, so we'll see.
We'll see.
How was the first trimester? And have you had any food aversions?
Aversion.
Thanks. Whoever asked that question, that's too big of a word. Chill out. And how did you handle throwing up if you had the symptom?
So the first trimester was fine for the first few weeks. I felt pretty normal, and then it took a turn. I felt pretty sick for like over a month and was just super tired. I didn't have any super strong aversions to one food, but honestly, almost every single thing we ate kind of tasted bad and made me want to throw up. And every time I opened the fridge, I just wanted to like throw everything away. Everything smelled bad, nothing tasted good. And also, every time after we had a meal, I like refused to eat it again. Do you remember that?
Yeah, a lot of leftovers.
Yeah, so Austin ate a lot of leftovers. And then I never did throw up. I absolutely hate throwing up. It's like a fear I have, and I will do anything to avoid it. So I refuse to throw up. There were a lot of times I probably just should have let myself because I probably would have felt better, but I never did throw up. What's a family tradition you're excited to do once baby arrives?
I don't think there's a tradition in particular that I'm excited for or we're excited for.
Yeah, tradition, like, I don't know what they really mean by tradition, but like I am excited for them to like come to church with us every Sunday and kind of just do all the things that we love to do with us.
Yeah, definitely.
And like one in particular is like travel. Like I want to continue to travel with our kids and like not avoid it just because it's going to be a little bit harder. Like I want to continue to do all those things.
Yeah, or just even the activities that we enjoy doing. They're not necessarily traditions, but I like to ski, and like once they're 2 years old, they can learn how to ski.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to like teach them all those things that we like to do.
Sure. How do you keep up with your nutritional needs?
So during the first trimester, when it was kind of hard to eat, I tried to eat more like calorie dense and nutrient dense foods, things like milk and meat and things like that if I could get it down. And now since I've felt better, I've honestly just tried to like keep a pretty normal like caloric intake. They say you need an extra like 300 calories a day, which isn't that much. And I probably just get that naturally because I do feel a little bit hungrier. And then the doctor said to avoid too many carbs, and I've always tried to get high protein, so I try to prioritize protein throughout the day, especially in the morning. So I'll try to eat like eggs and bacon instead of like a sweet breakfast like pancakes. But yeah, other than that, my diet hasn't changed a whole lot since before. Okay, the question of the video: were we pregnant before the wedding?
No, But I think it's something that guys especially don't know. I would say for the most part, like
Yeah, and I didn't even understand how it worked. I think a lot of people don't know how like pregnancy weeks work.
right. So essentially, it starts immediately after your previous period, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yep. So your pregnancy weeks start the first day of your last period, not your conception date. So when we found out we were pregnant, which was 2 weeks after the wedding, we told the doctor, and they were like, okay. They asked when the first day of my last period was, and they were like, okay, you're 4 weeks and 2 days pregnant. And we were like, what? We haven't even been married that long. If you've had kids, you know, probably, but pregnancy weeks are confusing and really weird.
Yeah.
So.
What are you, lost our spot, most excited for? What are you most excited for about motherhood?
I think I'm most excited to see their personalities, like, as they get older. And it's just such a weird concept to think that, like, there'll be a person with us that we created, and it's just gonna be so fun to see ourselves, like, in them. I think that's what I'm most excited for.
Yeah.
And then, like we said before, just having them with us to do all the things that we like to do, and, like, showing them the world.
Were you hoping to wait longer in your marriage before having a baby, or were you ready to have kids?
We were ready. We had talked about it before, and we just decided that we weren't gonna stop it from happening, and that we were gonna leave it in the Lord's hands whenever He wanted us to have a baby. And so that's what we decided, and obviously it happened probably faster than we thought it would. But we've even talked about, since we've been in our own house for 3 months, that it gets kind of lonely. Like, or not lonely, but, like, boring sometimes. Like, I don't know. It's hard to always find entertainment with just us two, but it's going to be really fun to have someone else with us.
How old are you guys?
I'm 22, and Austin is 26.
I told the neighbor the other day I was 25.
It gets hard when you get older. I forget how old I am sometimes.
Yeah. Home or hospital birth?
We are doing a hospital birth. I did throw around the idea of a home birth. Like, I really love the idea. I'm definitely somebody that goes and watches, like, other people's home birth vlogs, and I really enjoy them. But I also think that the medical advancements that we have in today's world are such a blessing, and they're something that should be used. No, like, hate to anyone who does a home birth, but that's just something that I wanted to do, and I also just kind of, like, get worried about a lot of things, and I'll feel most comfortable if we're just at the hospital with all of the medical needs that are there if we need them.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you feel your relationship will change throughout this process?
I don't know. I think that I think we're just gonna have to communicate a little bit more, and we're not gonna be able to do everything we want immediately. We go to our parents' house still quite a bit. We go to our cabins, and we're not gonna be able to just get up and go and do whatever we want. We're gonna have to plan a little bit more. I think that's gonna change us a lot more than we think it's going to.
Yeah, definitely.
Has it been hard to do work and home tasks pregnant, and has it been hard to communicate your needs?
So it was kind of hard to do normal tasks during the first trimester when I felt kind of, like, sick and tired. And I do work from home and have a really flexible schedule because I have my own business, and it was definitely hard to it was tempting to just go, like, take a nap in the middle of the day, which I did occasionally, and I'm thankful that I was able to. But since being in the second trimester, it's definitely been a lot easier to just go about normal day-to-day tasks, and it hasn't been that hard. And then the communication, I feel like that was also harder during the first trimester. Like, I was just a little bit more emotional. Like, there would be random times that I would just, like, cry for no reason. and Austin would be like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? What are you thinking? And I honestly, like, I wouldn't be thinking anything. I wouldn't even feel sad. I just like had to cry. But since being in the second trimester, that hasn't really been the case. So it's been a lot more normal and a lot easier. Okay, last question. Do you plan to share the baby and future kids on social media?
You're going to see him, but it's not going to be
You said him.
What?
You said him.
Did I?
Yeah.
That's a girl, so.
No, it's a boy.
You're gonna. No, I think I said M, like them,
okay.
E-M.
Anyways.
You're gonna see him. Yeah, it's him.
Okay.
But it's not gonna be a focal point of the social media. It's gonna be pretty minimal, I would say. We're not gonna blur out any faces or avoid it, but it's just not gonna be.
They won't be like the center of attention on our
sure.
social media.
And then your announcement.
Yes, okay. I'm so excited. So we have a fun announcement, and it is that we are launching 2025 planners. So these are going to be physical planners, and this is something that you guys have asked for a while since I released my guides. These are going to be an all-in-one planner, definitely built for the girl who wants to be more intentional and who wants to take care of the body God gave her, the home God gave her.
But I mean, it encompasses just about every single one of the guides. You're going to get a little bit of the routine, the organization, recipes.
Yeah. Yep, so there will be a habit tip every month that you get from me. There's a recipe of the week every week, a deep cleaning task of the week, and then every day there is a Bible verse of the day. And then you'll see on each day there's your schedule, and then you also get a spot to fill in your workout, your scripture reading, your chores, and all of that. So it's really an all-in-one planner to help you get organized and be more intentional in 2025. So you can pre-order them now. I will put the link to the planners in the description so you guys can go and pre-order them right now. There is a pre-order sale going on too, so make sure you get it now if you want to get them on sale. Bye guys!